I'm Shannon Peck, and I'd like to talk with you about the most powerful, profound love skill I know for healing, and it's to simply ask love. And when I say ask love, what is love? I'm talking about a divine source. You might call it God or Jesus or Buddha or source. It doesn't matter really what you call it. I call it ask divine love. Ask love for guidance in your life. In fact, before I made this video this morning, I sat down and I asked love, what do you want me to say? And so far, I'm following what love told me. And that's my intention here. So this is a maximum healing video for you. What we don't know tends to hurt us. And we're quite ignorant. There is a super self living within each of us, a higher self, which really is the knower. It is the knower for our lives. It's the knower of where the blessings are, how to get the blessings, how to conspire, how to synchronize the blessings. It does everything for us. And if we will tune in, or as we tune into this higher knower, the soul self, we become empowered by it, and we're in the right place for the blessings. I'll give you a couple examples. A few years ago, well, many years ago, my ex-husband left me for another woman. Okay, that's the headline. That's what it looked like it was. And yet, for 18 years preceding and up to that moment, I had been in prayer about, help me, help us, guide this marriage to something happier instead of something so miserable. So, as I looked back in hindsight about the event of his leaving me, there's a big factor in it where I consider that was my higher self that orchestrated that in order to free me from the misery of the marriage and to free him too. It's a different way of looking at things, isn't it? And that really is how powerful the higher self is when we give it license, when we give it attention and turn to it and live more consciously in alignment with it. And this is what I mean by asking love. Ask this higher self. Ask this source. What are you led to do? What are you led to know? Last night, before I went to bed, I was awake for about an hour. And I was simply asking love about today. What do you want me to do? Well, give me some guidance. And it came to me a grocery list. It came to me to do this video. It came to me some of the ideas about the video. And it actually came to me to prioritize my life differently. Very specific information about clearing my desk and clearing out books and everything else and making room for this next quantum leap that I want to take spiritually. Pretty exciting. And that was simply from about an hour of asking love. But even all day long, I'm tuned in to asking love, staying in alignment with it as best I can. Of course, we all get stressed, and we all get distracted, and we all get ruffled. But that's okay. We can still at any moment calm, settle down, and simply tune in and ask love, what shall I think right now? What shall I do? And have that guidance. Here's another example that I love. And here's the thing, love knows better than I do what is going to make me happy and blessed. And it knows better than you do too. What will lead to your greatest blessings and your biggest life advantages that you don't know right now how to do. So here's another example. A couple of years ago, I was asking love, just being open to something more in my life, something more expansive, more satisfying. I didn't even know what it was, what my need was, but I knew that love would guide me. And after a while, I never know a time frame for asking love. It was probably, within a couple of weeks or something. I hate to put a time frame on it, but anyway, I was at the grocery store. I'm passionate about organic fruits and vegetables and eating healthy. And I was standing in front of the produce, specifically the root vegetables. And there's so many of them. And I was thinking, gosh, I wonder what these taste like. Celery root, artichoke, beets I know, carrots I know, but, parsnips I know, but there were so many that burdock root, I didn't know what to do with them or anything. And I was standing there and I was just sort of pausing, asking love. And this woman was reaching in front of me, grabbing every kind of root imaginable and sacking it. And I looked at her and I said, "Oh, what do you do with this Jerusalem artichoke?" She's, "Oh, it's fabulous. You know, this is good for the liver. This is good for the kidneys. This is a detox." And I'm going, "Whoa, who are you?" And she was a nutritionist. And I asked her for her card and wound up, this was life-changing. I made several appointments with her and wound up becoming a nutritionist myself. I am now a state-certified clinical nutritionist as a result of this experience, this synchronistic moment at the grocery store, having asked love for guidance and allowing love space to create this synchronicity where I can run into this woman who is a dear friend of mine today, and I love her, and I've taken so many of her cooking classes and just have learned so much, and this is so deeply satisfying to me. So that's another example. And really, there's a lot of surprise in asking love. I was surprised last night, just a clean slate. I had a piece of paper. I said, "Okay, love, what do you want me to do tomorrow?" I have kind of a free day. And I started writing down 2 pages worth of what was really meaningful to me and how to organize the next part of my life. I don't know what's coming up. I think it'll be interesting. But this is also, as a spiritual healer of 29 years experience now, when anyone calls me from around the country or out of the country, it doesn't matter. As soon as I get a call, I generally don't know people. I haven't met them before, but I ask love. And I've become very intuitive about knowing what to say. And people give me the feedback. It's profoundly powerful. It's wonderful. It truly is healing and transforming. And it's amazing to me to watch this in action. I feel like I'm a witness to one who is asking love and watching love coming forth with solutions I had never before thought of. So I'm introducing you today to the most profound healing love skill that I know as a spiritual healer. It's very simple. You simply ask love and then you listen. That's it.